Hi, I'm Hazel, and this is your guide to the Gnasher pet battle on Argus. I'm going to start with a super quick strategy to just beat him and get your world quest done. Then, I'll show you strategies for every single pet family for progress on the Family Fighter achievement. Gnasher lives here in Crocoon. If you hang out here long enough, an Infernal will spawn and start beating on you, so make sure that you run back to camp if you're going AFK. First up, the fastest strategy for just getting your world quest done. This also doubles as the beast strat. Pull out your attack breed Zandalari ankle render or knee biter, set up Black Claw and Hunting Party, and I think you already know how this is going to go. Lay down that Black Claw, hit him with the Hunting Party, watch yourself win. Next is Aquatics. We're using your choice of civets and mongoose, all set up with Gnaw, Screech, and Dive. Start with Screech to get your speed advantage and then head down with a Dive. Gnaw once and then use Screech again to refresh the debuff. You can get one more Gnaw before you die, and then it's time for civet number 2. Basically, you want to just avoid Maul with Dive, keep that Screech debuff rolling, and fill in with Gnaw. Using an add-on like Pet Tracker to keep an eye on enemy cooldowns is really good for this. Next, we'll do critters. Grab any 3 rabbits with speed stats above 328. Set them up with Flurry, Dodge, and Burrow. Start with 1 Flurry and then use Dodge. Flurry 3 more times and then head down with Burrow. My first rabbit dies after that Burrow. I bring out the second one, use Dodge, then Flurry, then a Burrow. There's some flexibility with the move order, just try and avoid overlapping your immunities and don't eat Maul if you can help it. Next is Elemental. I'm using a Stout Elemental with Barrel Toss and Bubble, a Corehound Pup with Thrash, Howl, and Burrow, and an Electrified Razortooth with Rip, Blood in the Water, and Devour. You probably only need 2 of the 3. Just make sure that your third pet has a beast attack, something like a Doombloom or a Bog Beast would do. Starting with the Elemental, I'm going to use Bubble, and then mash Barrel Toss a good 4 times. We'll bring out the Corehound, use Howl, and then go for a Burrow. After that, just keep using Bite until your Corehound dies. He should be almost done at that point, so 1 more beast hit does the job. Next, we've got Humanoid. I'm using a Little Bad Wolf with Claw, Dodge, and Howl, and then a Bonkers with Bite and Dodge. Third slot is a Flare Youngling with Triple Snap, Deflection, and Rampage, but I don't wind up needing it. If you're missing one of the first 2, give that a whirl. Starting with the Lil Wolf, I'm using Dodge first, then Howl, then Claw. Keep chewing on him with Claw and you should get him below half before your wolf dies. Bringing out Bonkers, I'm just going to mash Bite for a while. I've got Dodge ready to deal with Maul, but as it turns out, it doesn't come to that. Next up is Mechanicals. I've got a Fluxfire Feline with Pounce, Overtune, and Supercharge, a Cogblade Raptor with Bite, Screech, and Exposed Wounds, and a de-weaponized Mechanical Companion with Thrash and Extra Plating. Starting with the kitty, I'm using Overtune, then Supercharge, then Pounce. Use Overtune again and then Pounce 1 more time, and that's it for Mr. Kitty. On the Cogblade Raptor, we'll start with Screech, and then Bite. I'll put up Exposed Wounds and then refresh my Screech 1 more time before I die. On the bunny, just use Thrash a few times and you should wipe him right up. For dragons, I'm using a Proto-Drake Whelp with Bite, Ancient Blessing, and Proto-Strike, and then 2 Chrominiuses with Bite, Howl, and Surge of Power. You could probably just do 3 Chrominiuses, but what's life without variety? Start with Proto-Strike, then Bite a few times, and then set up an Ancient Blessing. Proto-Whelp's done, so pull out Chrominius and use Howl, then Bite, then Surge of Power with that nice Dragonkin buff up. He's almost toast, so 1 more Bite from the 3rd Chrominius should do the trick. Next is Flying. I'm using Icky with Black Claw and Flock and 2 Flying Pet backups. They really could be anything, but I've chosen 2 with Thrash. Start with Black Claw and then use Flock. That's really frighteningly effective, but it's not quite enough. 1 Savage Talon would finish it, but I guess I like to play with my food, so I redo the Black Claw and then get him with a good Thrash. For magic, we've got the Jade Owl with Thrash, Adrenaline Rush, and Liftoff, a Sapphire Cub with Pounce and Screech, and a Sanctum Cub with Pounce, Leap, and Dodge. Start with an Adrenaline Rush, head up with a Liftoff, and then go in with a Thrash. Put Adrenaline Rush back up, Thrash 1 more time, and you're done with the Owl. On the Sapphire Cub, use Pounce twice, and then get a Screech up before you die. Last out is the Sanctum Cub. I'll use dodge to avoid them all, and then spam pounce to finish the fight. Last is Undead. I've got my Risen Saber Kitten with Pounce and Screech, and then Cursed Vermin with Pounce. I threw Scraps in the backline just in case, but I didn't wind up needing him. Starting with the Saber Kitten, use Screech, and then Pounce 3 times, then Screech again. Bring out Vermin and spam Pounce like it's the only button on your keyboard. So that's Family Fighter Gnasher. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for the rest of the Family Fighter guides and other super cool WoW videos. Let me know what you think, share your own strategies in the comments if you like, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye!